Good point, John.
Yeah. Okay. The smooth sounds can't tell us nothing. Party people, let's get our vibes out.
Party people. Yeah, I don't even know if they have something a little bit more
with some techno bass.
Maybe this one.
Okay. Oh,
where's this music from?
This is from StreamYard, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh.
Anyway.
You are rocking to the CTUN podcast. I ain't gonna lie, there was some like, hopefully one day when we can start touring theaters or maybe bigger, I want to do like, I don't want to do pyro intros, but I do like having like this smoky, get the crowd hype, you know, come out and the audience is like, we're here to see this show. They're here to bring us this show kind of vibe. So I've been like thinking about that in my head, like, man, how could that work? How do you, even if we were like a sketch group, how could you make the intro of a live show more exciting without making it hacky? Like having pyro and, you know, without the Miami Dolphins are not coming out of a tunnel, you know, stopping fans and stuff. Musicians have it made, man. They can like, musicians can do whatever the hell they want to intro their own concerts. I'm so jealous of them. Like anything, they could intro somebody else's song, and that be the way they intro to their own concert. Like comedians can never like come out telling somebody else's jokes to intro their set, or play another like we're gonna have a Dave Chappelle show playing while everyone's getting ready for us to come out. Like you can't do that shit. Like, but yeah, my thoughts. Just my thoughts.
Oh, yeah, muted Antoine.
Got me. I was saying you can't do like joke covers or something. Like,
no.
Just start saying a joke and everybody else starts cheering. That's not even your joke. But
oh yeah, that one.
So you said there couldn't be a cover joke comedian. He's masters.
Oh, that would be
all these different comedians jokes, and he goes out and he does it.
You have like impressionist comedians, which is kind of like it.
It kind of is,
but it's not. Yeah, it's not the same. It's just going on stage and saying a bunch of different comedians' jokes.
yeah. That's
why not? Why can't you have that?
Because comedians would kick your ass if the fans appreciated it. Then the comedians would be at like this weird crossroads. But you know, comedy is such a I believe like every time you hear the joke, it loses its sting. But I've heard songs that I've heard, and then 5 years later, I heard it again in a different context, and it gave me a whole regenerated like feeling towards the song. You know, Jay-Z has some songs like that for me.
I literally just went on the other day, like an Alicia Keys binge. I went like right back to You Don't Know My Name, and just started playing tracks like singles from that then on.
Oh, I love them.
I was like, they're still jammed, like they're still great songs. And she even had this one video, I think when she hosted the Grammys, where the name of the video I saw was called Songs I Wish I Wrote. And she was just playing two pianos and she was playing covers of other songs like on it. And it was real dope.
People weren't getting
pissed in the audience. People weren't like, what the fuck?
That was one comedian who was not happy.
That is not your material, you hack.
Alicia Keys. What a hack.
What a hack. She just sings other people. People say that about Bruno Mars. I think he's like one of the most incredible like I've heard him cover other people's music, and I was like, dude, he put the Bruno Mars spin on it, and it's like, wow, like it just made that song have another pedal to it. But a joke, I don't know, man. I don't know. And and I'm torn about that because like I like writing. Like I would love to write for some comedians. I don't think there's jokes that I feel like I probably could not perform or wouldn't have the chops to perform, but I could write it. And writing it for a comedian to perform, I'm one of those guys who if you're not trying to be top five, you're just trying to make a dope ass experience for your fan. Who cares if you get other people to collaborate with you? If you're trying to say like, man, I'm top five, but you're literally like hustling other people's bars or jokes and stuff, like you're touring, got all these comedians touring and stuff, then I would have a problem with it because you're willingly deceiving people. If they say you're top five, if you found out Muhammad Ali fought, man, 50% of his fights and the other 50 weren't really Ali. Ali just trained the guy to look like him to go fight him because he was like, there's a punch I can do better if I do it in this fight versus you, but you're gonna get the credit for it. People would be like, man, you're not the greatest. You can't call yourself the greatest. You had the perfect record, but you're not the greatest. The greatest means you fought every battle. You went against every challenge. And I'm assuming because he did have losses, like Ali had losses, he was authentic in his experience. And I'm torn about that with art. Art is kind of like top five. I'm one of those guys who are like, I don't really have a top five anymore because I love so many different artists.
When you talk about top five artists, you got to talk about the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, which is what you're listening to, everybody. This is an improv group out of Houston, Texas. This is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show right here.
Straight out of H-Town, baby.
Yeah, the HTX, baby. Yep. We sort of just kind of hang out, vibe, chat. If we see something interesting in the world or have a special guest, we'll bring that onto the show and use that to inspire improv scenes sometimes. But I just wanted to make sure I got that intro in. I don't really have top fives either. I don't like to make a limited amount of space for people who inspire me. But you still have just top artists and top creators, top performers in each category. You might make subcategories. You might not say, oh, maybe Bruno Mars isn't your top five singer, but he's the top five live act, right? Like maybe you have like different versions of top five. So who even cares?
While we're on this topic, top five non-CTUN improv troops. Who'd you say is your top five you've seen?
Amechi, why don't you go first?
and you could do sketch groups too. We could mix up sketch groups too. We could do sketch groups.
That's just hard to do off the top of my head. Just to like again, I'm a guy who doesn't really do top fives as well.
All right.
It's hard to.
I'll simplify the question. The world is going to end. You got 5 improv tickets, 5 comedy tickets to go see 5 shows, but they're improv and sketch shows. Who are you going to go check out? Every group in the world is performing. Which 5 are you going to go see?
Well, nobody, because the world's ending. They're going to be real depressed.
Everybody's putting on the end of the world performance.
The right answer is CTUN is performing. We can't go to other shows.
That's an interesting way to put the question, but I like it.
So I'm going to be too depressed to go see improv.
All right. How about this, Amechi? How about this? Let's alternate. I'll pick a group, you pick a group, and we'll go off of that. Right?
I'll pick a group
Go
too.
ahead. And John will pick a group as well.
C-Tun can build one.
Yeah.
Yeah, C-Tun can build the top 5.
All right, we'll throw out a bunch of groups. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. One of the first groups that came to my mind is a little duo called Off Book. They actually do musical improv. Now, I'm not always a big fan of musical improv, but the way they do it, I found impressive and enjoyable multiple occasions.
Shout out to Off Book. I agree with you on them. They are dope. I've seen them live. I've heard their podcast, audio, and I've seen them on television or YouTube, and they're incredible. They're awesome. Wish I would have spent more time like making a connection with them, but they were dope. So I could see that. Singing improv is like it's a whole nother thing, man. Like that show could somehow work in Vegas, right? Like I could see that show in some kind of form, because that's just incredible what they do.
If you can have a guy with puppets on stage in Vegas, you can have them.
You can have Gallagher. You can have Off Book. Shout out to Off Book and Gallagher.
I would definitely throw in 3P. Not just because my twin brother's in there, but also just like the first time I saw them perform in Chicago was like a very sort of like, oh, this is like an all black troupe. The first like sort of big all black troupe I got to see. They're all just very different, very funny in their own ways, and the way they sort of weave things together was just like sort of like this is possible. This is great. This is amazing to kind of watch. So
I will agree with you, including that your twin brother was in 3P. 3P was they're definitely in the top 5. I wish I could see the group with all of its members. It would probably be the only bad thing I had to say about seeing this show. It was incredible, and it was missing other strong pieces that weren't even at the show that I went to, which was in the Houston Trio Comedy Festival. And they definitely in the top 5, easily, for sure. I guess it's my turn then, huh?
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about this whole time. No. Shout out to the white women.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that show on The Humble and was like, what is it? Who is this? And I was like, have you seen White Women? I'm like, who the fuck is White Women? And the name White Women is just incredible. That's one of the greatest improv names. I mean, 3P is a great name too, based in Chicago. I mean, you can't get any more dope than those names. White Women is a dope name. Has no white women in the group, at least not that I know of,
quite the opposite,
or that has identified as. But there are a bunch of black guys.
No transracial members.
No transracial members. But the guys are, just another black improv group that if you haven't seen, I mean, incredible. So I'll throw them guys out. I'll throw them out. And I've seen them twice. I've seen them in LA and I've seen them at Trio Comedy Festival.
Shout out to Carl Tart. He's been on the show.
Yep.
All right, I'll go next. I'll throw out, if this can count, because the group is actually a little amorphous, but Ass Cat. I'd go check out an Ass Cat show. They're in the end of the world. Usually has some of the top performers in the UCB, special guests that you would recognize a lot of the times. Like I remember we saw them in New York. Definitely seen videos of them as well. And yeah, it's just like you definitely learned something watching them. They've been doing it for so long. A lot of pros on stage, just putting on a clinic.
Yeah, that Ass Cat show is probably one of my favorite improv moments. If I was like, I mean, coming from Houston, I never imagined I was going to go to see the Ass Cat show, especially not in the way that we got to see it we all got to go and see it together. We were invited to the show, which was pretty dope. And I remember the guy that was the one of the speakers. I've seen him so many times on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I forget his name every time. But he was a guest, and they just put on a clinic, and it was just like watching a whole bunch of extremely devoted improv artists who also have other careers, who don't really show. I didn't see a lot of fear. They didn't have to prove anything. They just went after everything that was in front of them in very precise and specific ways. Man, it was dope. So I definitely agree with him. Big. Go check out ASCAT anytime. Yeah. Yep. So what's that? That's 4, right? So got ASCAT, White Women, 3P, Off Book.
Yeah.
Who's that 5th one?
Well, that's a tough one. We cut to John and Antoine having lunch, and Amechi walks over. Well, hey guys, let's have a quick question. A quick question for you guys.
For sure.
So I'm putting together a list of my top 5 friends, and I've got 1 space left, and I just want you guys to both, pitch me why you should be on my list of top 5 friends.
Okay, that sounds cool, Amechi. Are we talking top 5 friends we talk to on the phone? Top 5 friends we follow?
Top 5.
Yeah, like
top 5. These are all rounders. This is like all rounders. Like, if I have to do a favor, I got like a hierarchy of I'm sorry, I can't come see you in the hospital. Antoine's having a birthday party, so he's in my top 5 friends. So I got to go to that.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
All right. So we start with number 1 being the highest, 5 being the lowest. Is that how we're going?
So can I ask a question then? Are you saying that there are 4 other friends above me at the moment, at least?
Yes. I've settled on 1 to 4, and number 5 is going to be one of you 2 guys. But I just want you guys to pitch me why you should be number 5.
Okay, but who? I'm trying to figure out the competition here. Who's above me right now? I'm your boy. I'm your boy.
Okay. Well, number 1, Barack Obama. Number 1.
You're not friends with Barack Obama?
It's not possible, man. It's Barack Obama, man. I've never seen you guys ever talk.
Seen you hang out.
You've never even mentioned Barack until this conversation just came up.
Okay, look, he doesn't like me taking pictures and stuff with him, so he doesn't want too much stuff getting out. So we just sort of play golf and things like that. It's like real quiet.
Okay, so he doesn't like to be talked about. You guys play golf and he's your number 1. This is crazy. It's ridiculous. What about number 2?
Number 2 is Michelle Obama.
Michelle
Obama.
How much time are you talking to Michelle if you're friends with Obama? I mean, Barack. I mean, that's like, do you hang out with them together? Or?
I'm in a friends group with them. There's like a big group, like big famous celebrities. We all sort of hang out, and me, like celebrities and me.
Celebrities and you're in the group of celebrities.
I've never heard you talk about Barack or Michelle in a friendly manner, and it's blowing my mind.
I never said my friend Michelle. I'm pretty sure I said
Michelle.
Michelle.
Obama.
Yes.
Oh,
this is crazy.
Listen. Well, I personally don't think I should be a level 5 friend. I'm a high value man. I make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I'm an alpha male. Anytime you need an alpha male, you call John. You're like, hey, John, I need an alpha male to come over here to do some alpha male stuff with me, right? You don't call Obama for that. He's too tied up in context, He said almost the exact same thing, word for word, when I asked him if he wanted to be, if he wanted to be in my top 5 friends. That was almost like exact pitch. So
you asked Obama if he wanted to be in your top 5 friends, and he had the pitch for you.
It's only fair. It's only fair. Everyone gets
I
picked.
understand. I'm a great friend.
Yeah.
I'm a great friend. I'm a great sidekick. I'm a great wingman. You're not gonna get that in Barack Obama or in John with all of his alphaness. Remember when you need to get picked up at the airport and you sent me to George Bush, and when I got there, you said, "Oh, actually, my luggage is there, but I'm at Hobby, and I need you to come down and get me at Hobby."
And then you waited to pick up my luggage.
Yeah, I have to wait by the cart, by the conveyor belt to get your
That's
luggage.
swag. I mean,
And then the security guard almost tackled you because he was like, "Hey, that's not your luggage."
Yeah, he asked for my ID. Had your name on it. Had to say, "No, it's my friend Amechi." You should.
Anybody can get tackled doing that. That's not a good friend. Remember that time I bit that waiter on the hand when he tried to take your plate too early? Remember that?
I wasn't done. I wasn't done with my soup, and he tried
I bit him. I bit his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That was for you, man.
Yeah.
That's that alpha friendship I got.
Yeah, you know who's also done these two wonderful things for me?
Who?
It's not Barry and Michelle. It's like one of my other friends who's number 3. My friend Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have a friend named Beyonce.
What does Jessica think about you being friends with Beyonce? And I mean, that's
we all
hold on. Let's not glide past the fact that he just said Beyonce bit a waiter on the hand for him. Let's not glide past that little tidbit. I find it very hard to believe that you'd be out to lunch with Beyonce and she would bite a waiter on the hand.
And nobody else
eating
knew
soup
about
slowly again. Yes, and I wasn't done with it.
And she bit.
And the waiter, he was just getting like a little bit impatient, tried to take my bowl, and she said no, and she bit him on the hand.
Amici, I was at your birthday party earlier this year. I didn't see any of these people there. How can they be?
I spent the night that night too, man.
John was there the whole night.
I spent the night.
John was there the whole night after he built that couch for you by himself.
Yeah.
And
didn't let nobody help me either, man.
I didn't see any of these people. How can they be in your top?
Well, you know, they like their sort of privacy. They actually, they rented out the house across the street. So I was actually having 2 parties. I was running back and forth the whole day. You guys remember that? I was really sweaty at the end of the day because I'd be running back and forth.
I guess I remember you being kind of sweaty.
I remember me being really sweaty from putting together the couch. I just thought you were sweaty because you were trying to be in solidarity with me, man. I didn't know you were.
No, I was like having two separate parties. So what's going on for my?
We cut back to him at running between the houses at his parties, or walked into the one with his other friend, Amechi.
Yeah.
We were just about to cut the cake. Why don't you do the honors?
Okay, great. Barry, thanks so much. It's so wonderful to have you 4 wonderful friends here. Just because across the street with keeping everybody else sort of entertained while this is happening.
You didn't tell them about us, did you?
No, they think I'm outside in the yard like grilling or something. But yeah. This has been this is a wonderful sort of secret party experience. Thank you guys for coming. I know you could be off doing all these wonderful things, but it came for my birthday, and I just want to tell you guys that I'm putting together a list of top 5 friends, and I just want to get pictures of where you should be. Like
and scene. And scene. Never figured out who that 4th friend was.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, I guess.
Jay-Z, I guess so. Below Beyonce.
Yeah,